yeah, it's like that. Okay. First time I've ever tried to do this. Gonna talk about my car. All right. I've been wanting to do this for a while. And what I'm doing is, I've had my car for about 9 months. I've tracked it about 6 times. It's been everything I was hoping it would be. I wanted to talk about what the car is, what Porsche means to me, and what my plans are. So, when I say what Porsche means to me, I just mean to say that I've always liked Porsches. Since I was a kid, I had an opportunity when I was about 10, 11 years old to ride in a 914, which was a new car at the time. I was at church camp, and I won some kind of silly contest at church camp, and one of the camp counselors had a brand new 914, and so he took me for a ride around the campgrounds. There was just like maybe a 2-mile road that went around the campground that was there, and as a little kid, that really made an impression on me. I thought it was a cool car. But ever since then, I really liked it. I remember in the mid-70s when Porsche came out with the 911 Turbo. I remember my mom even talked about when I was like 15, 16, she liked the 911s, and I remember her telling my dad that she would like to get one, and I was like, please, 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 and that never happened. So fast forward a little bit to about 2005. Well, a cool car to us at that time was an SUV, and Porsche had come out in 2003 with the Porsche Cayenne, which we found a really nice one, and we bought it and drove it for 3 years. It was a Cayenne S, so it had the 4.8 liter V8 with 360 horsepower, I think, 70, I'm not sure. It wasn't a super fast SUV by any means, but it was a Porsche. It was a very solid car, really left an impression on me. One thing about Cayennes of that era, they were a new vehicle for Porsche. And it was the first Porsche that I know of that had like navigation and other it had Porsche entry and drive, which is a push button start. In their case, there's a lever that's like you turn the switch, but you never have to take the key out of your pocket kind of thing. Well, because of all that, it was under warranty, and it got to spend some time back at the Porsche dealership for warranty work, which the cool thing about that was I got to know the Porsches, because I'd spend time, I'd go there and they go, well, it's gonna be 2 or 3 hours, we'll give you a loaner car if you like. I'm like, well, I'll just hang out in the showroom, maybe test drive a couple cars, which I did test drive some cars back then. And anyway, I loved them. I loved the 911s. The 997 911 was new at the time, and man, I was bitten by the Porsche bug, that's for sure. But a lot of things happen. Can't always get what you want right away, but I never forgot about it. Well, a few years ago, a couple years ago, we got another Cayenne. The first one we drove about 3 years, and then we sold it. Rita, my wife, traded it for a 2008 Tahoe, and you know, it was another SUV. It was fine, but I always remembered wanting a Porsche car. Well, a couple years ago, we got us another Cayenne. And before we got the Cayenne, my wife was actually talking about wanting possibly she thought she could drive a new 911. Well, we wanted to pay cash for the car, and newer 911s were all between newer, say a 2-year-old used one was still 80 grand or so, and the new ones were 100 to 150 depending on which one you get, just more than we wanted to spend on a car, so we didn't do that. Well, so she got her Cayenne, we got a used one, 2012 S again, very nice car. It's her daily driver today. But I never forgot about wanting a car, so I went about scrounging together what money I could, started looking, and I made a short list of the cars I wanted. I wanted either a 911 or a Cayman. As you can see, I have a Cayman. Well, all the 911s that were available for the money I had at the time were just not really the kind of cars I wanted. I wanted something a little niftier. And then this car here, I saw it advertised, a private individual in California, and he was asking the right amount. It was a 40,000 mile car, 2009 Cayman S. Had 2009 Cayman S, The car has, from the factory, 320 horsepower. It weighs 3,000 pounds. This car in particular has a full leather interior, PDK transmission, which is their dual clutch automatic transmission. It also has the Sport Chrono package, which adds Sport and Sport Plus buttons. And trust me, Sport Plus, you know when that's on, because it changes the throttle mapping. And it won't let you go below 3,000 RPM. The red line on this is 7,500, so it revs. And as so what have I done to this car? I bought it was bone stock. And these are the original wheels. I have a second set of wheels on it, but I'll get to that in a minute. What have I done? I put the decals on. As you can see, the Porsche decal there. I painted the intakes black. I got this black around the decal to go around the headlights. I just thought they looked cool. I had the windows tinted on the sides, and then I got a screen, which I'm sure you can't see in the video, for the rear. Oh, we got the red Cayman S. It was Rita's idea. And the biggest thing I've done is the sport exhaust, which is a Billy Boat exhaust. Now that is a local guy here. He was an IndyCar racer and he builds exhaust. And they had not made one for this year model of Cayman. And I had contacted them. They told me they didn't. I was kind of bummed because they're right here local. Then they called me back a day later and said, hey, you know what? We haven't done one, but we'd like to. And so, and then they said they could make one and develop a part number. And so normally they sell the exhaust for $1,500, and there's installation costs, or you can do it yourself. But they did the whole thing for $1,000 installed for me, since it was their first one. So I'm really happy about that. And I've done quite a few other things, little things here and there. I mean, I put a K&N air filter in it. And this and that. So my point being, overall, I've always wanted a Porsche car, and now I have one. Now, why do I want a Porsche car, other than the fact I always thought they were neat? Well, motorsport, let me put it that way. And when I say motorsport, I'm not talking about racing. I have not raced this car yet. Let me turn this around. I haven't raced it. Will I ever race it? I kind of want to. I kind of want to do some time trial events. I said earlier, we've tracked it about 6 track days so far the last season. Track season is upcoming. Next weekend is the first track season, and I'm going out with a club called Pro Auto Sports. We're going to be doing 2 days at Wild Horse Pass East Track. There's about 5 different tracks at Wild Horse Pass, and we're going to spend the weekend out there and run the car. My wife Rita also drives the car, and she's quite good, actually. All the instructors that ride with her, I think they're just trying to butter her up, but they tell me she's as good or better than I am. She's a girl, who knows? Anyway, she is a good driver, no doubt. But I've got this car already right now. As I said, I have a second set of wheels. They're black. I'll try to insert a picture. Boy, am I smooth at adding clips. I am like a pro at this, and this is my first day. Just recently, I've done a complete brake makeover, and these brakes, these are servo slotted rotors, and I put on Performance Friction Compound 11 pads, which it's a race car brake setup, okay? The pads are race pads. These brakes are also street or race capable. They're quite squeaky. They're not your daily driver kind of stuff, but they I could definitely tell the difference with these on. I just recently put these on a week ago. All around, I also flushed out the brake fluid. I did all the fluids in the car other than the coolant. I haven't done that. You need special tools, but the coolant should be fine. But since I've had this car, I put about 6,000 miles on it. I've changed the oil 3 times. all with synthetic top quality oil. Last time I did it with AMS oil, their top of the line synthetic oil. And so this car is ready to go for the track, I hope. Okay, I just wanted to summarize a little bit. I did this video kind of as a precursor to what's going to be happening in the next several months. I want to track this car. I intend to make some track videos, in-car videos, and maybe some videos at the track itself, kind of discussing what a track day is like. I'm very new to this. I hope this wasn't too painful as far as watchability goes. I'm sure it was pretty bad. I've got enough footage to make a part 2. I'm going to see if I can put that together. But thanks a lot. Hope this works. Bye.